I understand the point that you're making. That's fly.
Okay.
And it does show something.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't get where the power part is.
The power is I don't want to piss him off.
You called him a goofball.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He apologized.
So I can insult
but
you.
But he did go to the show.
I know.
And if he could do it again, he says, maybe I wouldn't have went to the show.
Yeah.
I don't equate the politician dude and his live concert choices to power.
No, the power is...
Now, if they doing some other shit back there that's not seen, then I'm with you. I'm just not chalking this up to power.
It's not the power.
Drake
just
has
the fact that he wanted to... He felt he needed to clean this up speaks to the power that Drake has here. I don't want to be on his wrong side no matter what. So I need to clean... Drake, all he said was, yo, you a goof.
And privately.
It ain't like, yo, you know what we working on? Yo, I'm not fucking with you no more. Yo, you a goof.
I'm not rolling with
I'm pulling my funding.
Y'all are going to brainwash my independent thinking. And that's still fly. Don't think I'm taking that away. Or this politician dude is a bitch.
Well, there's that.
Why we gotta hold up? This wouldn't be the first time that we've seen one of the Toronto politicians do some bitch shit. All right, 2 bitches is bitching.
Why though?
Right.
Because they ain't did it to no other Toronto artists.
Or
it speaks to him.
Or another nigga might not have made this particular bitch act like a bitch.
You know when Eric Adams was telling y'all about the difference between New York and Kansas? That's just how I look at some of this stuff. Mm-hmm. Like, what y'all saying is right.
And guess what happened?
But in New York...
And Eric Adams is the same nigga that got up there and said, Mr. Trump, I apologize, Mr. Trump.
Boss.
Boss, sir.
Boss up.
Yeah.
Is you smarter than this? Eric Adams is related to Bishop Whitehead.
I know.
You know what the fuck is going on.
That nigga was running all up in his crib.
You know what's going on,
Jacques
dog.
Singh
Hey,
could be related to the rest of them niggas that...
You know,
got some
Yo.
wow.
Oh my God.
Don't nigga. No, keep the camera on him.
The views of Antoine Marbury are only reflect his own and not the Joe Budden Network or any of his co-hosts.
Unfortunately, that
separate the drop and everything.
No, that's coming out.
Okay.
I am Savvy Mike in this. I Am Savvy Mike TV, and something that was on my radar but didn't really fly under it, but I didn't feel like really paying attention to it or giving 2 fucks about it because it was really stupid in my opinion. But Drake had checked this Toronto politician for going to the Toronto Pop-Out show by Kendrick Lamar and SZA, where they danced on his grave to Not Like Us for about, how long is Not Like Us? 6 minutes? So 12 minutes. Because he didn't do no encores. He just played it once each night. So he showed Drake some love and grace. Because if I was Kendrick Lamar and I was in my op city having a safe performance, no. And I heard about, like, it was a guy that, like, came up to the front, I guess, and he had on, like, a TDE sweater, but then he took it off and it was a Drake hoodie or it was a Drake shirt under there with an OVO logo. And he looked at Kendrick and he gave him the rock when he was looking at John Cena hugging Cody Rhodes. He went, basically signaling to Kendrick that it ain't safe outside in the 6. So, but apparently Kendrick Lamar noticed him. They got rid of him. And everything was hunky-dory. Everything was fine. But, it was this politician, this Toronto politician that was there as well. He came on the internet after it was exposed that Drake had DM'd him and called him a goof. He was like, you're a goof for going to the Kendrick Lamar Pop-Out Toronto show. And so this politician came back around and was like, oh, I was just there to see SZA. I wasn't there. I'm always choosing Drake over Kendrick. Which is interesting, I guess. Like, does it prove, like, that's what this debate is really about to be about, so I'm not going to give you my answer. But let me know in the comments below right now. Does it prove that Drake has power in Toronto? I'll let you know at the end of the debate or at the end of the video what I think. But let me know what you think, right, before we even get started in this. Go ahead and put it in the comments. Hey, yeah, Drake has power in Toronto, or no, this is stupid. Let me know. But regardless of it, when Drake did DM him, it made him apologize. It made him cop a plea. But then I guess the TDE camp caught wind of all that, and I guess somebody was recording him while he was dancing to Not Like Us, and they literally put the clip out of the politician. So you weren't just there for SZA. No, you were enjoying that Kendrick Lamar as well, buddy. Calm down. It's okay. It's okay. If you ask me, in my honest opinion, he's fine. He's fine. He is A-okay. He will be all right in the 6 or Toronto. I don't like calling Toronto the 6. And I'm about to get into the clip. No, I'm yapping. This is my last point. I don't like calling Toronto the 6 because, if anything, Drake stole that from Atlanta. Like, this was zone 6. This is that and the third. That was our slang. And he took it and I guess popularized the 6 being referred to as Toronto. And here we are. Toronto's not the 6. That's Atlanta. But, because of Drake, niggas think when you say the 6, they're talking about Toronto. Like, that always, like, the fact that people let him get away with it was always, but you run to Atlanta when you need check balance. You're not a colleague, you're a fucking colonizer. All right, and they call me the Drake fan. Anyways, let's listen.
All right, what else is important or unimportant in here? I'm leaving it to y'all, because if I go on my phone, it's like some deep bullshit in there.
I mean, it's raining.
Yeah, everything is deep.
I see Drake up here trumping people in Canada.
Wait, what?
Politicians.
Sorry. Yeah. Okay.
Why do I have to know who this guy is? I'm mad that I even know who this I don't know who he is, but why is this news again?
Jagmeet Singh is a very popular Democratic, left-leaning, liberal politician in Canada. Anyway, he went to the Drake show, apparently.
He went to the
Kendrick show. Excuse me. He went to the Kendrick show. Drake wasn't happy about it. Sent him a DM calling him a goof.
You a goof.
Dude,
That's such a
sent
Canadian
that right
thing
after
to
midnight.
say.
right? Dude made a public apology to Drake, saying, I only went for SZA. And said, I fully stand with Drake in the Kendrick beef. I'm like, what? It was so cowardly and embarrassing, man.
But the internet is the internet.
Yep.
They keep receipts.
And they got him.
And they pulled up homeboy having the time of his life to Not Like Us.
A minor.
Boy, he was having a slice.
Jagmeet.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Well, we were discussing up here last week, Drake's power and influence in
Drake's the king of
Toronto.
Canada.
There you go. There is a perfect example of it.
Okay. Explain it to me like I'm a first grader.
Fam, if you have enough oomph to make a politician publicly apologize to you for going to a concert, that says something.
Okay.
I don't know if we could
All
get...
because you DM'd him and called him a goof.
Yeah.
They ain't said nothing else. You a goof.
Yeah.
Oh, I got to clear that up immediately.
Private insult,
Sorry,
public
sir.
apology.
Sorry, sir.
Wild.
Yeah, like if Hakeem Jeffries stood up on Twitter right now and said, I apologize to Kendrick Lamar for going to the Drake
I
show.
apologize for Joe Budden for watching somebody else's show.
Yeah, like that'd be
What
wild.
the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, there'd be a lot. It would be a lot. I mean, Drake is one of the most influential artists in Canadian history.
Hold
Yes.
up for a minute. All right, explain it to me like I'm in kindergarten. Yes, I understand the point that you're making. That's fly.
Okay.
And it does show something. Mm-hmm. I just don't get where the power part is.
The power is
Because
I don't
This
want to
guy
piss
sh-
him
You
off.
called him a goofball.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He apologized.
So I can insult
But
you.
he did go to the show.
No.
And if he could do it again, he says, maybe I wouldn't have went to the show.
Yeah.
I don't equate the politician dude and his live concert choices to power.
No, the power is
Now, if they
Get him to
doing some
apologize.
other shit back there that's not seen, then I'm with you. I'm just not chalking this up to power.
It's not
He
that
said-
the
he said
power.
Drake
Just the
has the
fact that he
power.
wanted to. He
Yeah.
felt he needed to clean this up.
Yes.
Speaks to the power that Drake has
Yes.
here. I don't want to be on his wrong side no matter what.
Yeah.
So I need to clean. Drake, all he said was, yo, you a goof.
And privately.
It ain't like, yo, you know what we working on? Yo, I'm not fucking with you no more. Yo, you a goof.
I'm not rolling with
I'm pulling my funding.
Y'all are gonna brainwash my independent thinking. and that's still fly. Don't think I'm taking that away. Or this politician dude is a bitch.
Well, there's that.
Why we gotta hold up? This wouldn't be the first time that we've seen one of the Toronto politicians do some bitch shit. All right, 2 bitches is bitching.
Why though?
Right.
Because they ain't did it to no other Toronto artists.
Or
it speaks to him.
Or another nigga might not have made this particular bitch act like a bitch.
You know when Eric Adams was telling y'all about the difference between New York and Kansas? That's just how I look at some of this stuff. Like, what y'all saying is right.
And guess what happened?
But in New York...
And Eric Adams is the same nigga that got up there and said, Mr. Trump, I apologize, Mr. Trump.
Boss.
Boss, sir.
Boss up, massa.
Yeah.
Is you smarter than this? Eric Adams is related to Bishop Whitehead.
I know.
You know what the fuck is going on.
And they was running all up in his crib.
You know what's going
Jacques
on,
Ma
dog.
Singh
Hey,
could be related to the rest of them niggas that
you know.
got some
Yo.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Don't nigga. No, keep the camera on him.
The views of Anton Marbury only reflect his own and not the Joe Budden Network or any of his co-hosts.
Yo.
Unfortunately, that
Separate the drop and
that
everything.
no, that's coming out.
Okay.
I would have to agree with Joe Budden here, to be honest. I would. Honestly, this doesn't prove that Drake has any real true power in Toronto. Like, this just proves he can DM a nigga that's a politician in Toronto. Now, I did hear that Drake was helping with his campaign, and he is very left-leaning. He is very liberal, at least for Toronto standards, which is crazy to me. I didn't know it was conservative Canadians. I thought they were all for justice and peace and free healthcare, but I guess not. I guess it's Canadians up there like, hey, we need to be more like Americans. I didn't know, but apparently Drake was helping endorse this man's campaign, and so I don't really feel that. I never saw it as a threat. Like, I don't think he should see it as a threat. Jamaat Singh, like, it is what it is. Like, while it is, a lot of people in Toronto that fuck with Drake. I'm sure it is. That's his hometown. I mean, that's where he grew up. I don't know. I guess this guy thinks he's going to be in the boonies of the 6 because he might get fucked up. I don't know what he's thinking. But clearly that scared him because he made him cop a plea and apologize. I'm just saying he shouldn't have did that. Like, at the end of the day, Drake is Drake. And I'm not saying he doesn't have any power in Toronto. He can't make a call to get a nigga through the border. But at the same time, I don't think his power extends to the point where a nigga would be stupid enough to crash out on a person that's a politician in this country. That would be dumb. No matter what country it is. And no matter who it is. Drake is Drake. But crashing out for Drake on a politician, while it is crash out dummies out there, it's just stupid. Like, you're not just going to get hit with regular charges. You're going to get hit with federal charge, whatever charges Canada come up with. Like, so I think this guy was fine. I don't think he needed to do all that. Now, he might have did all that to say, hey, I want to get reelected. That's all he was really doing it for. I don't think he was feeling scared of press because nobody would be dumb enough to do that. I would hope so. I would hope. Now, Top 5 is stupid enough to try and encounter or have an altercation with Kendrick and go to the hotel, but I mean, that could have just been for clout. You never know with him. Anyways,
it was funny though, but it gotta come out.
It was very funny.
It gotta come out.
That was funny.
But
some racist shit is funny.
I like them.
Anyway,
but yo,
y'all ain't getting me jammed up this summer. I'm trying to have a good summer. I'm trying to have a good summer. I don't want no smoke.
Same.
So
I
is
don't
he.
want no beef.
So is homeboy.
He's trying to have a
He's
good
trying to
summer.
have a good
That's why he
summer. I don't want no smoke.
I don't have no comment on this. This is some of the bitchiest shit I've ever seen in my life.
It is. But you would think that a politician has better, bigger fish to fry than worrying about his presence at a concert insulting fucking Drake. But apparently not.
Bro,
that is what makes the situation so ludicrous.
We've seen instances of shit like this happening since we've been.
Bro, this the
born.
nigga that said, yo, you got issues at the border. I can make a call
me,
and
I'll
get you through.
Boom.
Like, he got some, he moved, he got some movement up there.
Joe,
Fuck is y'all
It's
talking
true,
about?
though.
We've also heard other niggas say, yo, I had a show up there and I couldn't make it to my show because he called and said, don't let me through. He got some, whether you want to call it, whatever
Juice.
level you want to equate it to, he got some pull up there. They know it. They're reacting like they do.
We have a
We don't
resident
have to.
Canadian right here.
I know, making her bread and butter here in New Jersey.
Yeah, because
I'm like, what the fuck are these niggas talking
Somebody made a
about?
call.
Lying
Yeah,
for
what is going
citizenship.
Y'all talking to a New Yorker about Toronto Power. I get it.
Yeah, I would have to agree with Joe on here. I think it's pretty minuscule. I think Buddy, I wouldn't call him a bitch. I think he's just looking out for his political interest and his political. If enough Canadians, at least the ones that are voting for him, tell him, hey, we didn't like the fact that you were at that Drake show. We're not voting for you this time. Then I'm sure that garners attention and is like, hey, okay, I need to put. Hey, I'm choosing Drake over Kendrick. By the way, I just went to see SZA. He lying, but you know it is what it is. There. Let me know what y'all think in the comments below. As always, I am Savvy Mike, and I want you to like and hit the subscribe button. I'm on my way to 10K. Please help a nigga out. That's just your way of helping a nigga out. You don't want to help a nigga out? Probably not. I just hacked somebody to help a nigga out, and they went, no, Michael. We don't want to help a nigga out. Figure it out. That's what niggas get told in this country. Figure it out. Anyways, let me know what y'all think in the comments below. As always, I am Savvy Mike, and this is I Am Savvy Mike TV. Peace.